Hello and welcome to today's review. Right, I thought today I would review a Nintendo Switch title, and the title I'm going to have a look at is Super Mario Odyssey for the Nintendo Switch. Just show you kind of the inside there, so you can just about see the sleeve, and there's a song that appears there in the middle of it as well. You see? I'll show you the back. So there's the back of the card, okay, and the front again. Okay, Super Mario Odyssey. Super Mario Odyssey. Firstly, I don't want to kind of explain myself and be misunderstood. I really enjoyed the game. I thought the game was really, really good. However, I don't think it's the best title on the Switch. I don't think for me that it's a game that you have to buy first on the Switch. I think there are a couple of other better games for the Switch. That is not a kind of an indictment that it's a poor game, because it's not. It's actually a really good game for the Switch. There are things that I think make the game not perfect. Some people, I feel, have been going over the top and really rating this game as 10 out of 10. For me, it's not 10 out of 10. It does have flaws. And I think in the light of day, I think as time passes, people will be able to see those flaws. It's kind of like when you meet somebody new, a new girl for the first time or something, or a new partner for the first time, you only see the good stuff. You don't see any of the little bit of flaws and things. And for me, there are flaws in this. The obvious flaw, and the thing that people are saying that is not true about Super Mario Odyssey, is that it is an open world game. It is not an open world game. You can do things out of order, that is true, you do not have to do them in order, but it does have a main plot order that you have to follow. You can't skip ahead to World 4, come back to World 1, go back out to World 2, a bunch of side missions before going on. You have to collect the power moons in order to be able to progress. The worlds that appear actually are not as big as you would think. Yes, there are a lot of these power moons, which are these moons that are hidden throughout these worlds, basically. Yes, there are lots and lots of them. But, essentially, when you complete the game, you go back and collect all these power moons from the various levels. And you have to do different things to be able to collect them. But essentially, the bit that I didn't like about the game is that you are playing the same level over and over and over and over and over and over and over again until you collect all of these power moons. And in some cases, there's like 50, 60, 70 of these power moons on each individual world, and you don't get anything substantial for it. You get all you get by completing the main story is the final stage unlocked at the end, which is basically an N64 knockoff level at the end. You don't get anything worthwhile by doing it. You get the odd costume unlocked, which isn't really that big of a deal. I do like the customizable costumes. I do think they're good, but I don't want to be playing hundreds of hours into levels just to unlock an extra outfit. There's already enough outfits in it without feeling you have to unlock any. The amiibo functionality is not great. All it does is just unlock an extra outfit. That's all it does. And it allows you to go get the power moon for you, which completely defeats the object because they want you to go back through and collect the power moons. There's not enough levels, which is the other big thing for me. There's about 11 levels, I think, something like that. There's not enough for me. I wanted a bigger game. I wanted a game that encapsulated more levels, more things to do, more variety of stages. A few of the stages are a bit boring, not the most interesting things in the world. The main campaign, to be able you take in the main campaign, basically it's nothing that you haven't seen before. Peach is kidnapped by Bowser, and you have to follow her around the world trying to get her back, and you're following Bowser trying to get her back, and you follow her in your ship, which you can just see there. Can you see? Your ship is called the Odyssey, hence the title, Super Mario Odyssey. I did like the fact that you can customise that ship with various stickers at each stage, but you follow Bowser around the world, essentially trying to capture and rescue Peach. And each time you get a new place, you unlock the power moons, and you're just not in time to catch Peach as she moves on to the next area. Essentially, that's the story. The only thing that's different this time around is that Mario wants to marry Peach, and ultimately the amiibo is a wedding outfit and a wedding dress for Peach, so you can guess what happens in the story. It's a little too easy for me as well. It's not very difficult. It didn't take me an awful lot of time to beat it. I think about 10-15 hours, something like that. It's pretty short. It's not the biggest game in the world. I did enjoy the city stage, which I think you can just see there in the middle, New Donk City. I did enjoy that. I thought that was quite nostalgic and quite good. That's the best stage of them all, really. But again, it's not big enough for me. I wanted a bigger world. The stuff with, I won't say too much, but there's some surprises in there. Just look into the fact that it's called New Donk City, and you can guess the kinds of surprises. I did like the fact the hat dynamic. You can throw your hat, and you can take over different characters and different people in the various different levels using the hat. It's called Cappy. You throw the hat, and essentially you can unlock the levels. I think you can just see the hat behind me on the shelf. That's Cappy. That's your hat that follows you around the levels as well. I did like the fact that you can. There's a bit with a dinosaur, which I think you can just about see on there. Can I see the dinosaur? There's a dinosaur. Oh, there he is there. Can you see? You do. There's one particularly good stage where you follow the dinosaur around. I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it, but I think there are flaws. I think it's too small for me. I'd have liked more to do. I didn't like the fact that you had to go back through getting the hat dynamic, doing each individual power moons. The music in it is fantastic, really nostalgic, really cool, really catchy. I love the particular song. I think it's called Jump Up Superstar, can you see? I did like that. That was a pretty cool song in it as well, I enjoyed. The amiibo are cool, but they don't do enough in the actual original levels as well. The story's a little weak. I would have liked a bit more interesting story, maybe some changes, some differences. Maybe Peach and Mario having children or something. Some new characters being put into it. I'd like Luigi coming into it a little bit more as well. I'd liked a bit more variety in there. Would have been really cool to play as different characters, not just as Mario, or maybe to have Luigi follow you around. I know they're putting in a new dynamic where you can do this balloon race thing, which doesn't exactly set the world alight. And judging from people's reactions online, it hasn't looked the most exciting thing in the world that anybody's seen. Do I suggest picking it up? Yes, I would. I would suggest picking it up. It's a good game for the Switch, but I would suggest 4 or 5 others before this. That, if anything, tells you how good the lineup has been for the Switch this year. That a game of this quality has come out this year and is not the best game on the Switch this year. I think my review is a little unfair, because I think if this had come out 3 years down the line for the Switch, I think it'd be a different review from me. But I think the problem is a little bit that Nintendo have set their own bar a little too high for me on this one. And they haven't failed to meet how good this was, particularly in comparison to Zelda and Splatoon this year as well. That's my review, really. I didn't hate it. I didn't fall in love with it. I will be reviewing another Switch game very soon. Thank you for watching.